So when a person starts out, or when a person enters the domain of spiritual, in the initial stages, it looks very nice because you are seeing it from outside. Once you enter it, you start looking at the subject. It looks very difficult. As you progress, it becomes more tougher. It seems easy, but it is not easy. Practice is the only way. That is why it is called sadhana. Sadhana means practices. So practicing it is very important.
She's there. It is her job to explain to others at that moment that this is how tennis is played. But nobody knows she's Serena Williams. So she knows how much she knows. It has taken her 30 years to
Correct, correct, correct. It is like एक वीडियो पुटअप हुआ था 3-4 बरस पहले. There was one person sitting in New York subway. Okay, and he had a violin in front of him, and he was slowly playing it. सभी लोगों ने सुना वो. आते जाते अर्ली मॉर्निंग रश इज देयर. नो, सबवे में तो बहुत रश होता है. आते जा रहे थे लोग, आते थे जाते थे. Nobody was listening. One person, he stood over there and he listened. This person was playing very nicely. He listened to it, and he removed some $20 or $30, पता नहीं कितना पैसा निकाल के उसने वो आदमी को दिया. That is the master who was dressed up like that, like those buskers were there. They call buskers. So he was like a busker over there, and his violin was worth $4 million.
Nobody identified.
Nobody understood anything. It is like you are doing something and nobody understands over there. किसी को वायलिन क्लासिकल म्यूजिक किसी को समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है, उसके सामने आप बीन बजा रहे हो, क्या समझ में आएगा?
So only if this master goes to a place where people appreciate this, maybe people, obviously then people will appreciate it.
Yes.
He is in that place.
Yes. See, the my problem was what, when now you are seeing Uddhav Gita. Uddhav Gita is a much advanced 5-6 years later thing. Uddhav Gita cannot be understood by very basic starters or sayers kind of a thing. तो क्या होता है? I had to do some videos. So I was doing those videos. It's like, who is God? What is spiritual? These are basic questions at kindergarten level. Should I make the videos for newcomers, or should I make it for some advanced people, or the most advanced ones? It is like that. So if I have to learn something, I have to start somewhere. And for a person to explain that, you have to come down to that level. वो level तक आके फिर explain करना. I can't say, this is the kind of a thing, this is the way you have to do it. No, you can't do that.
And if you are not able to explain coming down to that level, then as a master you have failed.
100%. I have to consider everybody at different levels. Now, the reason when I answer a lot of questions on Quora also, and people say that, my guru is this, my guru is that. And I tell them, भैया कितना टाइम तुमने तुम्हारे गुरु के साथ निकाला है? Not 1 minute also. They are sitting in a big place. The guru is standing on some podium or somewhere, sitting over there, and he is talking to million people. What knowledge will you get out of it? It is like attending a class, and there are 100, 200, 300 people. क्या समझ में आने वाला? कुछ भी नहीं. That is the reason why the one-on-one is more valuable. Where the guru understands at what level the student is. The student has an understanding that if I ask even the stupidest of the questions in the world, my guru will explain to me in a particular way, and he will not laugh at me. Nobody, and there are no other people whom I have to bother about. कि वो लोग क्या सोचेंगे कि मेरा ये level है. So if Serena Williams has to go down to that level, she has to become those people, slightly higher than them, and explain to them, see, you do like this. There she cannot say that she is somebody great.
She might get questioned a lot in that also.
Yes, questions are important because without questioning, nobody can understand the truth. So, in spiritual domain, it is important to have a one-on-one and as continuous as possible. You have your individual issues which where you cannot even address. So there is nobody to address your issues personally. Nobody addresses them personally. You have your questions. So if you are seeing the way in which big institutes, big, very huge places like Harvard's and all, the way they work, there is a professor, there is a person who is in charge of one particular. He will have his students come in and they will take personal training from him. Then the person becomes somebody great. This is a London School of Economics. It's a small building. It's not even a big one. Now, when we think, when in my dreams, I used to think in LSE Pune ka na bahut bada hoga. I said, it's a small building. How small is it? It's just a small building, you know. I said, but I've heard so much about it. So what is the big deal if you heard about it? It is not that big. So it is exactly like that. But some of the best economists from the work in this world come from that institute. You know. So we cannot have that kind of. It is very important to have a one-on-one. There are 4 gurus. Okay. उसमें से तुमको क्या पसंद है वो ले लो. Don't say that this one is right or that one is right. Everybody has their own way of looking at it. So it is like that. So in answer to your question, you have to come up with individual questions to the one whom you are confident enough that I will get answers from, and then approach that person and then consider that that person is like Serena Williams. If I think that वो कोई गली वाला लड़का है, then it's not going to work. So what kind of a person you need to have? That person has to be a higher one.